Good morning, Philippines and all of the OFWs around the world. After almost 3 years of pandemic, today we have 1,391 active cases of COVID-19 and we have 175,428 for the recoveries and we have 1,557 for the number of the deaths. These last few weeks, killing activists and right defenders is the loudest issue in our country. And now, here's Kelvin Sebastian diving into the news.
Thank you, Miss Cindy. According to spokesperson Ravina Shamdasini, OHCRH received information stating that at around 3:15 a.m. on Sunday, 8 men and 1 woman were killed in Batangas, Cavite, Laguna, and Rizal as police and military executed search warrants issued by the Manila Court. Among those killed were labor rights activist Emmanuel Asunciano, along with husband and wife Child Lemita Evangelista and Ariel Evangelista, who work on issues relating to the rights of fishing communities and were reportedly shot inside their home. Melvin Desegao and Mark Licoras Bacasnam were also among the victims, advocates for housing rights of people rendered homeless. Two indigenous people activists and two housing rights activists were also among those killed and 6 people were reportedly arrested during the operations. This is Calvin Sebastian reporting, Direct Media News.
Thank you, Kelvin. Now, in this world full of children, with the majority being neglected and abused, here is Nicole Regala diving into the news.
An OFW in Saudi Arabia has called for help in the wake of a horrific incident in which the man she met online in the Philippines allegedly did something wrong with her 15 and 11 years old children, and the case is currently investigated by the authority.
Or the Filipino children because they are being groomed online, and it's very hard to identify and to prevent them from being exploited because they are directly being communicated by the facilitator.
Children and young people have the same general human rights as adults and also specific rights that recognize their special needs. Children are neither the property of their parents nor are they helpless objects of charity. They are human beings and are the subject of their own rights. Nicole Regala, Direct Media News.
Direct Media Weather, keeping you updated, Direct Media News. And now, here's Rohan Nacionales, our weather forecaster, for the weather updates.
Turning a capillary shade of red in the sky, this November 8, the full moon kicked off election day with an early morning event of its own, a total lunar eclipse. The second one of the year, the eclipse began at 3:02 a.m. expected time, with the moon initially dimming for the first hour and ended at 8:50 a.m. expected time. At totality, the stage at which the entire moon will be in Earth's shadow, the moon turned a dark reddish hue, which is why a total eclipse is also called a blood moon. A total lunar eclipse occurs approximately once every 1.5 years. On average, with the next total lunar eclipse not taking place until March 14, 2025. Although partial and penumbral lunar eclipse will continue to occur in the meantime. A penumbral lunar eclipse happens when the moon moves through the outer shadow or penumbra of the Earth so the visual effect is more subtle. Those viewing the total lunar eclipse were able to see the curvature of Earth's shadow as it began to slowly swallow the moon completely. At least a portion of the phenomenon was visible throughout Eastern Asia, Australia, Pacific North America, and Central America. Every first full moon of November is called by the beaver moon in honor of semi-aquatic rodents. This is the time of the year when the beavers begin to take shelter after storing their food for the winter. According to the Old Farmer Almanac, the moon was its brightest at 6:02 a.m. expected time. Lunar eclipse occurs when the sun, earth, and moon align so that the moon passes into Earth's shadow. Because of this arrangement, unlike a solar eclipse, a lunar eclipse can be enjoyed from anywhere the moon is present during the night. Nearby stars are usually obscured by the moon glow, but the moon will be dimmed enough for the duration of eclipse that they will reveal according to Sterling. Good day everyone, today on Weather News, a severe tropical storm, Nalgae, locally named Paeng, the 16th tropical cyclone that entered the Philippine area of responsibility, brought heavy rains and strong winds to the Philippines and affected at least 4 million people as it traversed the landmass 28 to 31 October 6. Its impact was felt mostly as severely in regions 5, 6, 8, 12, and the Bangsamoro Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao, with over 557 people affected only in BARMM. According to the National Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Council, the storm left at least 154 people dead, where 101 are confirmed and 53 for validation and 35 missing, mainly due to flash floods and landslide. The Department of Social Welfare and Development reports that more than 200,000 families were displaced. At least 73,000 families were evacuated to 2,938 evacuation centers. Typhoon Paeng made 5 landfalls as it moved west-northwest across central Luzon. Before exiting Philippine area of responsibility: 1. Virac Catanduanes, 2. Caramon Camarines Sur, 3. Buena Vista Quezon, 4. Santa Cruz Marinduque, and 5. San Juan Batangas. While the storm did not cause severe wind damage and intense and torrential rainfall over a short period of time, triggered flooding, flash flood, and landslides in Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao, which were the major cause of deaths and infrastructure damages. In the island of Mindanao, also it was not directly along the path of Nalgae. 64 deaths were confirmed and 17 missing. I am Roan Nacionales and you are watching Direct Vision News.
For whom are you getting up for?
For my family, especially for my children. Before, I used to have nothing. Even weekly allowance, I can't even provide. It hurts my heart as a father that I cannot provide what they need. So, I told to myself that I need to finish my studies to prove to my children that I did not fail them, that I can still make them proud of me. I balance my time with work and school. At daytime, I focus on my school and studies. At night, I work for my family. At first, I was embarrassed because I was the oldest among my classmates. Even older than some of my teachers. I felt sorry for myself. But because of that, I was more encouraged to study harder. I graduated, I even got to be with high honors. And suddenly, I became a teacher.
Nakape,
It enhances the brain function, boosts your metabolism, and it can also improve your liver and mental health. Family makes me strong, like Lakaping. So creamy, so smooth. So what are you waiting for? Try Lakaping.
On October 29, a stampede killed many people at Itaewon, one of the busiest hubs in Seoul. The stampede happened around 10 p.m. on the alley leading to main Itaewon Avenue. More than 150 people were trampled to death during this tragic event. Here is Charmaine Jacinto diving into the news.
An estimated 100,000 people came there to celebrate to mark the first Halloween since the start of the pandemic. Around 5 p.m. there were too many people on the street, and around this time social media messages were being posted online and saying that the streets of the district were so crowded they felt unsafe. The first call from Itaewon came at 6:34 p.m. saying that the alley is really dangerous right now. People are going up and down. But police officer told to the first caller they would send someone to go and check it out, but no significant were sent for hours. Authorities said they had the 157 officer on the ground at Itaewon that night, but were so clearly outmatched by the many thousand flocked the area. Around 10 p.m., the deadly crash began. Hamilton Shopping Mall were the worst overcrowded started and many victims are trapped. In this alley, people are going pushed down under the crowd and experiencing breathing difficulties. As incident happened, 10 of people were getting CPR along the street. At 10:43, they placed to level 1. At 11:13 p.m., they placed to level 2. Bodies were lined up along the street and covered with blue blankets. Belonging of the victims where crowd crash happened during Halloween festivities are kept in Seoul, South Korea on Tuesday. Authorities are still investigating what caused of the incident, but Choi Song-bong, chief of the Yongsan-gu Fire Department, saying it was a presumed stampede where people really felt injured. And South Korean President Yoon Suk-yeol convened an emergency meeting in the early of Sunday, and he announced a national period of mourning. Charmaine Jacinto, Directly News.
Steven Raga made history as the first Filipino-American who won the seat for District 30 in Queens, roundly defeating Republican challenger Sean Lally in the 2022 midterms election. With 58% of the vote, here is Danielle Arceo diving into the news.
Filipino-American Steven Raga became the first Filipino-American to be elected in the 2022 U.S. midterm elections in New York. Steven Raga, a Democratic candidate, won the seat of Assemblyman of New York State District 30 in Queens, New York. He won 58% of the votes as against his opponent Sean Lally, who only got 42%, according to the New York Times live report. Raga is the first Filipino-American elected to office in the New York State. Danielle Arceo, Direct Media News.
Thank you so much, Daniel Arceo. And now, Carlo Yulo did it again. After winning silver and bronze medals in 2022 Artistic Gymnastic World Championship in England. For that news, here is Elazar Zuniga diving into the news.
Thank you, Cindy. Today, I am your reporter, Elsa Albert B. Suniga. Today, I am reporting all about another achievement to Carlos Yolo to win in gymnastics and Jan Amor's issue. Carlos Yolo reclaimed his world titlements but after claiming the silver medal in his pet event. Before wrapping up his campaign in the 51st FIG Artistic Gymnastics World Championship in Liverpool, England, with a bronze medal in the parallel bars. Ahead of the rest, averaging 14.950 in his 2 attempts. Yolo was suddenly beaten to the gold by Amernia Arthur Deitan, who tailed 15.050 following a combined jump of 15.00 and 15.100. The 22-year-old Filipino gymnastic ace who ruled the event last year in Kitakyushu, Japan, soared to 15.00 in his first attempt and got 14.900 on the next. Igor Ridivolu of Ukraine grabbed the bronze with an average jump of 14.33. Yoro's silver performance, however, was still a refreshing sight after the Tokyo Olympian finished out of the medal podium in the men's floor exercise, that event that catapulted him to world fame for winning it in 2019 Stuttgart, Germany. Shortly after the vault, Yolo added a bronze medal in his collection in the parallel bars with a score of 15.366 behind 3-time world champion and gold winner Zhu Jingyuan of China of 16.166 and silver medalist Lucas Dauser of Germany of 15.500. And let's get to the Jan Amor's issue. College of St. Benedict players Tane Davis and Jimboy Pastoran have filed physical injury complaints against Jose Rizal University Jan Amores at San Juan Prosecutor Office. The charges were filed on the Friday before the Blazer game against the Virtual Health Atlas, 3 days after Davis and Pastoran both sustained injuries when Amores went on a rampage, resulting in the suspension of the 3 Blazer and 12 heavy bombers. Davis was knocked out after taking a punch on the chin, while Pastoran received a left black eye. Benedict coach Charles Chiu served a witness for the case. Chiu stressed that team is willing to forgive but will do is necessary for the action done. And again, I am your reporter Elisa Albert B. Suniga. Thank you.
A Filipino actress, Billy Crawford, won a French Dancing with the Stars. Her husband was very proud and her parents cried with so much joy. And there's an actor, Danny Javier, who has passed away because of lung, heart, and kidney problems. Let's get an idea from Alan.
Danny Javier, founder of the iconic OPM band Apo Hiking Society, passed away Monday on October 31, 2022. He was 75 years old. Javier died of complications due to his prolonged illnesses. His daughter Justine Javier long confirmed in a joint family statement released Monday night. In life, as in his death, our pop never stopped fighting for what he loved, what he believed in, and what he was passionate about. He left this world with his passion and his strength of will intact, and we know he would not have it any other way. Long wrote in a social media post. Long said that their family is grateful for the outpouring of love, prayers, and condolences at this difficult time, while arranging the details of his memorial and funeral details. Sa lungkot at ligaya, hirap at ginhawa kami. And that calling one of the famous Apo Hiking Society songs, Awit ng Barkada. Javier in 2020 posted on social media that he has problems with his heart, lungs, and kidneys. Javier College from the music industry have expressed their deep sympathies with the loss of the OPM icon. Saddened to hear about the passing of Danny Javier, rest in peace, Danny, Zaza Padilla shared on Facebook. Premier vocal group The Company, meanwhile, also wrote, "The company sends their deepest and heartfelt condolences to the family and friends of Danny Javier. Tight hugs to Jim Paredes and Boboy Garovilo. The Apo helped build OPM to what it is now. Your legacies are cemented for the age. Thank you for Danny," with Iza Iglesias. Billy Crawford, along with his French dance partner Fab Hautot, were hailed as the grand champions of Dance avec les Stars, the French edition of the dance reality show Dancing with the Stars. In an Instagram post on Saturday, Colin Garcia couldn't help but take pride as she announced her husband's feat. "Words cannot express how proud I am of you, my love. Not just for winning this difficult competition, but for growing into the person you have become. A kind, humble man who works hard, dreams big for his family, shoots for the stars, and makes sure to lift as many people up with him along the way," Colleen wrote. The TV host performer received a standing ovation from the judges and audience during 12th season of the show's pilot episode, and consistently impressed with his performances throughout the competition. Fellow celebrities Gary Valenciano, Jessie Mendiola, Isa Calzado, Kim Atienza, Ogie Alcacid, Jake Cuenca, and Darren Espanto, among others, also sent congratulatory greetings to Crawford.
My name is Alan Daniel Cruz.
And my name is Alan David Cruz.
Direct Media News.
And that's our news for today's video. I am Rosenda Inopia.
And I am Gwen Policarpio, serving the truth for the Filipinos.
Stephen Recalde,
This is Direct Media News.
always diving in.